Hi, my name is Brian Whiston, Superintendent of Dearborn Schools, and this is an opportunity for us to talk about issues going on in the school district. And today we're going to talk about the fun financial issues. So I have Sam Barna with me. Sam is our Director of Business Operations. And so, Sam, welcome.
Thank you very much. Great to be
here. Well, it's good to be here, but not talk about these topics real quick. The budget's always fun. So, mid-year, we have to cut $5.2 million. Some of that we're going to take care of with some additional students and some additional revenue that came in. Altogether, we'll make a little over $1 million in actual cuts second semester.
That's correct. You know, unfortunately, due to the fact that we did budget some of these initial items last year, I should say in the summer, a lot of these things aren't coming to fruition, and so that put us really in a hole by approximately $5.2 million. But by discussing with the board back in December, they were gracious enough to allow us to use some of the fund balance that we currently have to help offset some of those losses. And so that really brings us down to about a $1 million, a little over a $1 million deficit or cut that we're going to have to make to this year's budget. That being said, I am proud from the standpoint that we do not have to cut any jobs or heads from this $1.1 million. So there is that plus within these cuts.
We did eliminate about 10 jobs, but no layoffs.
That's
because
correct.
We had some mid-year retirements and some other things.
That is correct.
So you're right. I'm very proud that through the Board of Education and their commitment to class sizes that we won't see really any rises in any class sizes. Any of the layoffs were done through. One thing that we are doing is classroom subs.
Yes.
Second semester, we to save some money, we are not going to provide subs every time there's a teacher. Schools will have to do what then?
Well, really, what they're going to do is work with the internal staff that they have at the school, and they do have a sub budget that they'll be able to utilize, albeit it'll be basically halved for the second semester of 2012-2013 school year, which begins Monday, January the 28th. So they will have a repository and they will have funds to spend for subs. It's, again, going to be halved, and again, they'll have to utilize also with those sub budgets that they will have for the second semester, again, other individuals within the schools to help out.
So other school district employees that are in the schools that aren't normally in front of kids at that time.
Absolutely.
We want to make it clear there will be subs in the classrooms.
There will be.
It'll just be other staff. Okay.
How
about let's move to some good news?
Yes.
We're going to refinance some debt of the school district and save taxpayers some money. What's that about?
That's correct. It's almost like refinancing your house, actually. And so what we're going to do from a district standpoint is take some 2003 and 2004 bonds that we're currently paying about a 4.85% interest rate on, refinance those bonds, and basically start paying a 2% interest rate, a little bit less actually. So we're going to save the taxpayers almost $1 million over the course of 10 years.
So that money doesn't come back to the school district. It actually goes back to the taxpayers.
That's correct.
In less taxes that they'll have to pay.
That is absolutely the case. And
well, that's exciting news.
It's very exciting news, and really I'm looking forward to doing more of that during my years here. So
Yep. All right, vendors. We have a lot of vendors that we buy things from. What have you been doing to try to reduce costs working with vendors?
Well, what we're doing is we're always actually looking at our vendor list and ensuring that we're getting the best value, from those vendors, obviously. We have good relationships with our vendors, but from our standpoint, we're continuously looking at those contracts to ensure that we are indeed getting the best price and comparing that to current market conditions. And so basically we're just constantly reviewing. And so we're looking to see if we could change contract terms. We're looking to see if we can extend contracts and renegotiate. Obviously some of that is dependent upon board approval, but again, we're reviewing that and hopefully we'll have something.
Great. Now one of our concerns is our facilities. Sure, we have some buildings that are 10 years old, but we have a lot of buildings 70, 80, 90 years old, and we really haven't been investing in them because of the budget crisis over the last 5 years because of the economy in the state of Michigan. And since we haven't been investing in the buildings, what do we need to do?
Well, really what we need to do is, in my opinion, is we need to really go out for a bond. We haven't done that in a number of years here in the district, and so I feel that due to the fact that we have an aging school base, from a building standpoint, and an aging bus repository, we need to really, I think that's 13 or 14 years actually is the average bus age. We really need to go out for a bond, in my opinion, and try to really help the district employees, that obviously, more importantly, the students, to ensure that we're providing great transportation and timely transportation, but in addition to that, having the buildings basically up to date in terms of technology and safety.
Part of that, we're also looking, you just said safety. While we don't want to talk about that publicly, we are looking at some safety upgrades as well. And also in terms of technology. The district went out for a bond in early 2000s, somewhere around there, and so the technology is getting outdated. The state's going to start requiring testing to be done by the use of computers, so technology is another issue we need to look at. So we'll be talking to the Board of Education and the community, and to be talking about our facility needs. Some buildings are overcrowded because of the number of students. Great problem to have, but we might have to look at that issue, and then also the technology and general facility. So we'll have further conversation on that.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
All right. Well, Sam, welcome to the school district.
Thank you
If
so
anybody
much.
has any questions on the budget concerns or the refinancing or things that we're doing to save money, certainly you can feel free to contact either Sam Barna or myself, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. So, Sam, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.